Welcome to the Piece of Me podcast. This is your space for all things peace, positivity, and finding balance to live your best life. Life gets busy, and at times it's messy. I'm here to help you clean things up and put peace back in its place. I'll share tips, ideas, interviews, mindset shifts, and fresh perspectives to help you along the way. Hi friends, it's Leigh. If you're new here, welcome. And if you are not new, then welcome back. And thank you for coming back to the podcast. And I'm really glad you're joining me for today's episode, which is all about hot girl summer, but with a question mark, because is it hot girl summer? This is such a loaded statement, and that's what I wanted to talk to you about today, amongst a few other things, because summer is here. And for some of us, we have waited a really long time to enjoy these next 90 days. So let's just first talk about that whole hot girl summer thing. I know it's been kind of a theme for a while, and I feel like it's fading a little bit, which I think is a good thing. But again, you know that if you've been listening to the podcast for some time, we're all about just removing those expectations and enjoying things and just kind of, taking the pressures off. But gosh, isn't there so much pressure with hot girl summer if you're trying to quote unquote achieve that? Now, if you're trying to look a certain way in a bathing suit, like have you guys listened to the previous episode, which is all about food addiction? Really interesting. If you haven't yet, go back and take a listen, because both men and women have battles with food, and it's a really hard thing. So it's just nice to know, again, you know what, there's that pressure, but hey, we're all feeling this way. So remove that pressure. Go back and take a listen. But more importantly, I want to talk about that summer is a time to slow down. It's a time to soak up the sun, take it easy, relax, read a book, go on a road trip, or maybe you like to have a barbecue or get out on the lake. Maybe you have a pool and you like to float in your pool, or just kind of get that healthy summer glow, or maybe you're just appreciative of the longer days in general. So whatever you like to do, you've likely waited most of the year for this time period, for the summer. Now, I did hear somebody say before that summer is kind of a 90-day window, and it actually makes sense to me, June, July, and August. So for most of us, we have more than one season, so you may be really looking forward to summer. Some of us, not so much, but the summer does give us the time, because of the weather and the longer days, to do some of the things that we can't do the other times of the year. So because of that, I don't have 90 things to share with you, don't worry, but I have 9 of some of my summer plans that I wanted to highlight with you, just to share with you what I plan on doing for the summer. And I would love to hear what your plans for the summer are. And you can tell me through the Piece of Me podcast page through Instagram. You can interact on the poll right here on the episode, but I'd love to know what you're going to be doing too. All right, so let's get started. All right, so my first thing for summer, and I'm actually probably like the most excited about this one, is time off. Yeah, I know it's kind of simple, but I have scheduled actual vacation time off this summer. I scheduled a week in July and a week in August. Yeah. And I will tell you that very careful and strategic PTO planning went into this, but I'm really looking forward to it. All right, number 2 that I'm doing for the summer, the first week of that PTO time is going to be a staycation. Now, I love to go away and I love to travel, but sometimes I also love not traveling and spending hours on a plane or in a car. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Have you ever been there? Do you know what that, having that break, it feels so good. So I feel like I get a little bit more time back to my trip because I'm not spending it traveling. And I do love those things, but again, I just feel like right now, I just need a break from that. So my house has everything I need, so I'm staying right here. And I feel like day trips sound really perfect for me. And the second week, if you're wondering what I'm going to do in the month of August, I am renting a house that has a beautiful backyard on a quiet road with an in-ground pool. Now, I don't have a pool of my own, so I am really, really excited to hopefully have wonderful weather where I can just float in a pool. All right. So number 3 for me, when it comes to my summer plans, I just plan on doing a lot of outdoor walks. I usually walk a lot in the summer, and I love to do this with a friend. So hopefully a lot of outdoor walks with friends. Number 4, now this one's a little weird, so don't judge me yet. I don't know. I'm still looking into this one, but it's piqued my interest. I may rent some pools this summer. Yeah, I know it's a little bit weird. So I did a little bit of research online, and there is a new program that everybody's renting things out. I mean, if you guys know Airbnb or VRBO, people rent out their homes, which if you think about that, that seemed like a crazy concept, that people were going to open up their homes to strangers, almost like a hotel. Well, now you can basically rent anything, and that includes pools. Yeah, you can rent people's pools by the hour. I know it's a little weird, but is it any different than going to like a community pool or like a pool in an apartment complex or something like that? I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I'm looking into this still, but if I decide to actually do the whole pool rental thing, I will let you know how that goes. And also, just to take that a step further, apparently you can also now rent backyards for your animals. So if you have a dog and maybe you don't have property in your backyard and you want to let your dog maybe not run in a dog park with other animals, but maybe by itself so we can just have fun, throw the ball around, you can do that too. So like I said, a lot of fun things going on there. Who knows what we'll be able to rent next. But number 5 is just catching up on some reading. And I've had so many books. I don't know about you guys, but I have so many books and magazines that have kind of just been, either I've bought them forever ago or I just kind of read a few pages, put the book down, read a few pages again a week later, put the book down. And I'm just kind of like getting this little mini stock of things to read. And I actually want to get around to reading those things. So that is on my list too. They're good books. And let's see, number 6, I have a lot of family visiting from all over. So there's going to be a lot of get-togethers this summer. So that is on my list. And number 7, this was a little bit more self-reflection, but last year I decided to do a health challenge for the month of July. And I will tell you guys something. I did complete it. It was hard, but it also sucked. I'm not going to lie. It was not fun. It was a struggle. It was hard. I'm glad I did it, but I didn't like the timing of it. The timing of it being in the middle of summer made me feel like I lost half of my summer. And I'm just being real with you guys. So this year, I am not doing that. I don't want to feel that pressure. And I just want to basically eat healthy 80% of the time, try to do some more home-cooked meals and the barbecues and all the fun stuff, and maybe 20% dining out and enjoying those foods. But that's going to be kind of my, I don't know, variation of this health challenge. I don't want to be as strict as the health challenge I did last year, but this is kind of my modified version of that. All right. So again, we're doing 9 things that I'm highlighting for the summer, and we are on number 8. This is a very simple one, but I'm just going to continue to do the things that I feel good about doing. And there are simple things like I make the bed every day. I almost always have a candle lit in my house at some point of the day, whether it's in the morning, in the afternoon, or at night, but I love to have a candle going. I think it just kind of sets like a vibe in the house. I also love my iced coffee. Like I love flavored iced coffee and I love making different variations of it. So I am going to thoroughly enjoy my iced coffee this summer. I'm also going to continue to take my vitamins, which I do every day. I'm very good about that. And journal. You've heard me talk about journaling before. I love doing it. It's very therapeutic. Some days I start with journaling when I'm kind of still just waking up, but I'm like not quite there yet. I find that journaling is a really good way to kind of ease into the day where I'm not really ready to talk to anybody, but I want to get the thoughts out of my head. That's a good place to start. But sometimes I journal in the afternoon or even in the evenings if something's going on, or I just want to kind of capture some of the positive things that are going on. I like to always put that down in a journal. And also I find, and some people might think this is crazy, but I really like to clean my kitchen before I go to sleep because I love waking up to an organized kitchen the next morning. It just kind of sets the tone. Like sometimes, yes, I'm tired. I really don't want to take that extra time to do the dishes and whatnot, but it just, when the counters are clean and everything is put away, that next morning, you don't feel that pressure of, oh yes, like the day is just starting and there's already all this stuff on your plate, or in this case, in your sink, right? So for me, keeping the kitchen clean. And again, these are just some of the things that I tend to do, and I'm just going to keep doing them. I'm not really taking a break from them for the summer because they really do make me feel my best. All right, now we are at the last little highlight here, and I will be doing other things this summer, but these are the 9 I wanted to share with you. So number 9 for me is just that I'm going to take it easy, and I'm actually going to take my own advice, which is for a digital detox. So I'm going to put the podcast on pause just for the summer. Well, probably most of it. I might pop in here or there instead of each week, but I want you to do that too. And don't worry, I'm not, going away, but I'm already actually working on fresh content and new episodes for September. So if you haven't already listened to previously recorded interviews and episodes, then scroll through and take and listen to whatever it is that you need. But I hope that you will go and recharge, and I'll be here when you get back. And remember that it doesn't need to be a hot girl summer. The way I see it is it's summer, it's gonna be hot. So girl, go enjoy it, right? So thank you so much for joining me today. And I hope that you will enjoy your summer, enjoy these next 90 days, and make the most of it for yourself. Maybe you are going to take a full digital detox from maybe not just the podcast, but maybe from your social media feeds too. Whatever it is you're going to do, if you want to tell me, I'd love to hear what's going on with you. But if not, I will pop in here or there, and I will definitely be back in September, and we'll be getting right back to routine. All right, my friends, thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to chatting with you in the next episode. I've created this space to help you live your best life. If you want to help support the podcast in return, I'd be forever grateful of your support. Please give this show a review on iTunes or share an episode with a friend. You can also join me at peaceofmepodcast.com. That's peaceofmepodcast.com, and stay connected.